Hello, everybody, and welcome in to day 3 of Adventures with Matt Season 4, a modded Minecraft adventure with modded blocks, or, well, modded structures, and a few modded blocks, but not from the structures, and some relics to uncover, artifacts, totems, all that fun stuff. Right now, I am working on actually my spawn base. Spawn's down there. We're building a mansion up here, and this is going to have the farms, the storage, all of that in it. It is lightly based on the Woodland Mansion. Now, I talked about it in the past couple streams, but hold on. But uh, before I was streaming and doing content creation, I built mansions. I've been using this seed since 1.18. This was the first seed I ever generated 1.18, and it's amazing. So I use it for all my main worlds now. Streaming, my forever world, my test, well, some of my test worlds. When I'm testing mods, I use this seed. And before I was doing content creation, I was building mansions down there. You can't see it because the trees are in the way. But I was building mansions down there. I haven't done that in my stream worlds just because I ain't really that great of a builder. I think my best build so far was actually the season 2 build. Like last season, I was fine with that. I was happy with it. But I'm really proud of my season 2 build. That was the most I'd ever actually worked on building in any world I've ever done. Like the most effort I ever put in. So even though it was still really basic, it was the best that I've ever done, and I'm happy with that. But I've always wanted to build a mansion here, like an actual proper mansion, and I started it twice down there on 2 separate worlds. One was a single player world, and then when I started a realm with this seed, it was on the realm as well. That was years ago. I haven't had the realm in years. Um, well, last season, the modded biomes put in a woodland mansion down there because I replaced the forest with the woodland from, uh, actually, I don't know which biome mod it was. There were 2 of them. Biomes of Plenty and Regions Unexplored. I don't have those in this world, in Season 4. But it put a woodland mansion down there. And that gave me the idea, you know what, I'm finally going to actually build a proper mansion here. But instead of building it down there, at spawn itself, I'm going to build it up here, because, you know, a mansion deserves a good view. And I ain't going to put it on the mountain over there. No, that's out of the spawn chunks. This is 1.21.1, so there are spawn chunks. But yeah, so we're going to get back to building the mansion here. It's going to have the storage, the auto farms, all that stuff. That way, it's always running. We can always come back. We've got a place to put all the stuff that we collect on the adventures. Last season, it was really good having that woodland mansion there because I could clear it. I cleared it pretty fast, and then I used it to store everything. But now I don't have an actual base. And I was either dig into the, or not dig it, well, dig into the cave over there by spawn, like I did in season 2, or, you know, build an actual base. So we're building it. That side needs to go out 2 more of those segments. This side should be fine, but I need a level and stuff. I also blah blah blah. I should also grab a sword. We do have a sword down here. Where are you? Is it you? No. Here. Being of arthropods, that doesn't matter. I just need a sword. Let's grab these. I need a full stack. That was right here. There we go. Okay. If you're thinking this is going to cause a lot of lag, don't worry. I've got a solution. If you're wondering why I did the knife, it is single target, unlike the sword, and my sweeping edge doesn't exist at the moment. And so I can use the knife instead, and it works. And if you're wondering why I'm using it over the axe, knife guarantees secondary drops, which means I'm guaranteed leather. There we go. And that's good for now. Let's go into the hole right here. I'm gonna need more of this. So I know it lights up to there. This is lit up a little bit naturally. Yeah, I already went down that way. But I want to get more lights in here. Just to be safe. Daylight cycle is off, so I don't have to worry about nighttime spawn-ins, but it doesn't hurt to be safe. Also, who knows, maybe I'll turn on the night cycle, the day cycle. Sir, you have to actually aim at me. Alright, there's that one. Where does this go? I've never actually been down this cave before. It just leads over to here. Okay. That side is done. Over there. Oh, jeez. Hello. Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage. Oh, right. I put this on hard difficulty, didn't I? Oops. Oh, well. Trying to figure out why the creeper did so much damage. Because I'm on hard difficulty, not easy like normal. Okay, I think that's good. I turned off durability. Why did it take some? Oh, wait, actually, maybe I didn't do durability off on this world. I did it. Oh, I did it on the forever world when I, made the 26.2 pack. I think that's where I turned off durability on waste stones or warp stones. We can check. That said, I wasn't able to actually upgrade. There's a bug with sophisticated backpacks, so I gotta wait till that gets fixed. Upperfly has to figure out what's going on first. Oh, durability isn't in. Yeah, okay, so they don't have durability cost on here. Yeah, it was in teleports. Oh, that is right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a bug with enchanted items and backpacks in 26.2. It's specifically when upgrading the world, so I could work around it, but I'd rather wait for the bug to get fixed, just in case it affects anything else. Basically, when I'm upgrading from 1.20.11 to 1. Or to 26.1 or 26.2, all enchanted items in the backpack gets deleted, which is not intended behavior. Yeah, Pepperfly's gotta get it fixed, figure out what's going on. I feel like there was something else I want to look at here before going back up. Like I said, I could work around it. I could just move everything out of the backpack, all the enchanted stuff out of the backpack. I don't know if it affects anything else. Alright, let's go back up here. Okay. That was not supposed to be thrown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here. Also, I said earlier about how I'm hearing buzzing. About how this is based on the Woodland Mansion. I don't know why it's buzzing. Um, that is how I've determined the space here. The woodland mansions are based on a 7x7 room interior size. Why is there? Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Let's see, is this gonna help? It stopped. Okay, let's hope that actually helped. You know, it doesn't come back today. But woodland mansion rooms are based on a 7x7 interior size. And if you're thinking, but I've seen them bigger or indifferent, yeah. It is either a single 7x7 block, or it takes two of them, so you have this one, plus the wall in the middle, plus this one, and then it goes out for the other. You have just two of them stuck together, or you have four of them in a 2x2. And that's how the rooms are created, sized. And the reason we're using dirt for this is, one, I have, as you can see, a lot. And two, it's easy. That said, I probably am gonna have to go and mine out deep slate. I was talking yesterday. The Woodland Mansion is dark oak walls, birch floors, and oak wall or oak furniture. I ain't sure I want to do that because you know dark oak. That is the vanilla mansion, and this is my own version of the mansion. There's already changes and stuff. Also, if they're building a mansion here, they're either going to use imported stone, imported brick, or local wood. And the amount of, like, I could do a brick mansion, but, I don't know. I don't think I want to do a brick mansion. I'm talking like the actual bricks, not stone bricks or deep slate bricks or whatever. Bricks, just plain bricks. But if I do it out of wood, the woodland mansion uses cobblestone. The thing is that contrasts with the dark oak. If I did cobblestone with the oak for walls, if I did oak for walls instead, because that'd be the local wood, then it would not really contrast that well, and I don't think it would stand out as much, so I want to do deep slate if I'm going to do oak walls. That said, I have an idea for how I would remake this on my Forever World if I do rebuild it like I am planning on doing for all of my season builds. And that would be with white oak. And then deep slate would definitely contrast with that. But I have a lot of that. Hundreds of thousands of deep slate. And millions of stone. But yeah. I think making a giant white mansion would be nice, would look nice. But this is 1.21.1, so we don't have white oak here, or pale oak. Oh, it's a wolf. No. Oh! Not what I meant to do. Let's light this up while I'm down here. Is it downwards? Yeah, I think it's down. Hi, guys. And yes, I did see the glow lichen. So I'll put our torch down anyway. Yeah, and it goes, I'm actually gonna need a whole lot more dirt. The mansion actually goes way over to here. That one. Oh, actually, I need to go here. And that's because the cobblestone is marking out the walls themselves. If you look at the vanilla woodland mansion, which, as I said, I'm using as a base for this, um, it has a thing on the outside of the walls. Oh, my helmet broke. Oh well. The part of me actually wants to fill this whole thing in. I'm only gonna fill into here. It'll make me feel safer this way. And yes, I know this is technically a waste of dirt, but it'll bother me if I don't fill in at least this much. Which is why I'm doing it. And then I'll keep going that way. I'll stop this right here for now. That was a fast conversion on both of those. Yeah, y'all saw that, right? They both just turned to grass super, super fast. Hold on a moment. Oh, also, real quick. In Season 3, I didn't use the Inception upgrade on the backpack. In Season 2, I ran into a bug with it, where stuff was getting deleted. And there was also a dupe that would happen sometimes. It has finally been fixed. I was not able to recreate it. I did keep testing, trying to get it to replicate consistently, but it wouldn't replicate consistently for me. In fact, it would only happen when I wasn't looking, when I wasn't trying to get it to replicate, which was actually kind of frustrating. Because when I was trying to get it replicate, it wouldn't. A user called SoupSpoonDX on the Pepperfly's mods Discord did find a way to recreate it consistently, and that let Pepperfly figure out how to fix it. Figure out what was going on, which let him fix it. Yeah. So now we should be able to use the Inception upgrade again without it duping or deleting. Well, actually, it was just straight up duping. Because if you didn't see, what was happening was the backpack. If you had a backpack in a backpack, you had to have the Inception upgrade for that. Eventually, it would just not show that stuff was going inside of it, which was weird. It made you think it was deleted. But if you close the world and reopen, all that stuff was in there again. The thing is, it was everything you had moved out of the backpack before that. So say I went and I put all this into storage, then I went and collected more stuff, and I opened and I saw that none of the stuff I collected was in here. If I closed the game and reopened, all the stuff that I collected would be in there, but so would all the stuff that all this stuff that I had taken out. So it was duping stuff. I actually discovered that before Season 2 in a one block world I played. Not before Season 2. Before Season... No, it was Season 2. I discovered it. Season 2... Yeah, because Season 3 was this year. It was before Season... I played one block in August, almost a year ago. Right, because it was right before Season 2. I think that I first found it. Because I think I started Season 2 right after my one block world, or while I was still doing the one block. I can't remember. But yeah, the bug has been found and squashed. As far as I'm aware, I haven't tested it, because like I said, I couldn't get it to replicate when I tried. There we go. That's the outline. Let's get these down. Y'all are in the way, so you gotta go. You're in the way. There's the axe. Oh wait, right, I have this now. I'm gonna have to deal with this as well. this might get covered up. Or I might do what I did, because I don't feel comfortable with giant holes. That's going to be too difficult to fill in. But this part I might fill in. At least up to here. Okay, so that goes... Okay, that was not a successful jump. Let's try that again. No. There we go. I knew I could do it. Actually, you know what? We'll just fill it in. Stop jumping. Okay, there's a torch there and there. Okay, we're good. I have to stop myself or I will try and fill in this whole cave. As you can see. Okay, I went without dirt. Although I'll get more digging down that, which I should actually do. Not because I'd get more, but because it's in the way. Yeah, I ain't got anywhere near enough to finish, even if I don't fill this in. I still got all that to handle. I was just thinking one of the things I could do is use some of the gravel and make coarse dirt. Nah. Now. Yeah, that is the one downside of auto jump, but I find it more useful to have it on. More helpful than harmful to have it on. Alright. Let's head back down to the farms. Oh, something I was wanting to look at. Is there a way in here? I'm gonna see if there's a way for it to show spawn chunks. Ah, I didn't know that was a thing. No, okay. Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like there's a way. That's a shame. It'd be nice if I could actually see the specific spawn chunks. Yeah, looks like I've got. Yeah, spawn chunk is this one, I believe, or this one. One of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, the mansion is going to be fully in the spawn chunks, which is good. And where do I go to get the rest of the dirt? Do I just come over to here and grab dirt? Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. First, let's go down here. Actually, you know what? $96, yeah, I've got more than enough. Okay. I just need a stack of it. Oh, you. Okay. Also, I put the... it's fine. Wait. Huh. Okay. Which one had the good shovel? Okay, it was you. Let's pull out the gravel. Are you in here? Oh, I've got a lot of dirt in here. That ain't gonna be enough. Let's see. Let's go feed the cows. Whoa. That was me accidentally bumping it with my hand. The mouse. Well, actually, I tried adjusting where the mouse was, but instead of grabbing the mouse, I just moved my hand. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt over here I could grab. Let's grab the rest of this stone on this layer here. And I'll grab the rest of the dirt on this layer. Squid party. And a lone squid who was not invited to the squid party. He ain't happy about that. Oh, are you too far for your AI to pathfind? He's gonna suffocate. If we watch long enough. Cause yeah, Dolphin AI is at least in 1.21.1, it's unable to pathfind properly. Or rather, what happens is when you're a certain distance away from mobs, they're still rendered in, but they don't pathfind, so they just stay in the same spot. The thing about dolphins is they both need access to air or they need both be in the air and in the water to survive. If they're too long in the water, they suffocate. If they're too long in the air, they also suffocate. Don't fly too far away. You're gonna get lost and not be able to find your way back home. And I ain't got the mop catcher upgrade yet, so I can't rescue you. Okay, that was all the experience. Or not. Oh, down here. Seriously? There we go. Alright, there we go. Now for the dirt. Alright, we're at a little past the 5-hour mark. Alright. So let's take 5-minute break. Or the 1-hour mark. Did I say 5-hour? We're a little past the 1-hour mark. So refill your water, stretch your legs, do whatever, and I'm gonna be back in about 5 minutes. And I am back. Sorry, I was actually coughing right when I was getting ready to return. Anyway, I'm back. Let's get back to filling in the dirt. This probably ain't enough, but we'll see. If it ain't, I'll just get more somewhere. Pull some from right there. That ain't much, but you are in the way. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to deal with that as well. Hello? Where am I? Oh, forget it. There we go. So it's just a little too far back. Prevent me from having to deal with that, but that's fine. I can handle it. Over here, I need to make a decision. Do I fill it in, or do I just do like 3 to 4 layers, like I normally do? Oh, I want to fill it in. We're just gonna do 3 layers. I may come back later and fill this in, or we may use the caves. Wait, no, okay. We do have access to here, I believe, or this may just be sealed off. But I think we have access. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna need more dirt. I'm gonna head down to spawn after I use up all of what I've got and get the dirt from down there. Okay. You'll be in the way. Goodbye. You? No, you'll be fine. You can stay. But let's get rid of this. Alright. Okay, that's gonna have to get taken care of. Oh. I've already been down here. Do this. Okay. Oh. I'll probably end up filling this in at some point. Just not right now. This is marking out the line. Okay. Well, hello. You seem a bit lost. Sir, are you gonna... There you go. You didn't even drop... Oh. You didn't even drop anything. Okay, let's go get more dirt from the storage. That's because I know I'm gonna need more ender pearls. Okay, back to work. I may still need more dirt. Yeah, in addition to this, I still have this layer to finish up as well. Yeah, I ain't gonna have enough. Maybe I do have enough. 1 through 4. Oh, yeah. I might barely have enough, or I might barely miss it. And then I didn't factor in smoothing out things like this. That can come another time. If ever. One thing I've noticed is the hardcore forever world thing that people do. That ain't a forever world. If dying ends the world, it ain't forever. But and I've seen people be like, "Oh, my perfect start to my hardcore forever world," and then 6 months later, my perfect start to my hardcore forever world. Yeah, it's not a forever world. You just lost your forever world, so it's not forever. To me, a forever world is it's a world you intend on keeping forever and it's not gonna just be gone because you died. You actually have the ability to keep playing it. Hold on. Sorry, I had to go. You actually have the ability to keep playing it forever. You keep it through the updates, through deaths, through mistakes. Like, even if you regret something with the world, you keep it. Something that maybe you feel would be better to start over. You still keep it anyway. Like, my forever world, I've done that. There's a couple of things I regret having done, and it's not something that I can just undo without restarting the whole thing. But I still plan on keeping it. It would take something really huge for me to stop it. That's a forever world. I can die as many times as happens, and I just keep adding to it. And like, what made me think about it was this can happen later or never. On this world, this is not a forever world. It will eventually end. And so I ain't too stressed about not finishing stuff. Like, I want to finish stuff, but like the small details, like smoothing out, this sort of thing, I ain't worried about it. My forever world, I'm going to be on it long enough that I will probably eventually actually fix up stuff like that. The little errors or smoothing out. Just because, like I said, I'm planning on keeping it forever. I don't plan on ever losing the world. I don't plan, or I can't lose the world unless it's something like my hard drive and my backup drive both die and can't be recovered. Because I do back it up. I have an external hard drive. Well, an external SSD. I actually back up my stream worlds on it as well. Oh, yeah, it looks like we have enough. But like, just dying ain't gonna cause the world to end. I can actually keep it forever, provided something outside of a hardware malfunction. A big one. Across multiple hardware things. Awesome, this is done. Yeah, like I said, to me, why is it buzzing? Stop the buzzing. Alright, are we still? Nope. Wait. Yeah. How about now? Is it still a little bit? Oh, that's annoying. How about now? Did it stop? Nope. Okay, that's gonna be... One moment. Alright, is it still doing it? Now it's got a high-pitched whine. That's wonderful. How about now? Okay. That seems to be better. But yeah, like I said, to me, a forever world is a world where you ain't gonna lose it by dying. You're able to keep it. You plan on keep going even when you make mistakes. You update it through the different versions. Able to keep playing. And it's also a world where even if you take a break from it, you plan on returning to it. So like, even like my hardcore world, or not my hardcore, my offline world, my forever world, what I call my forever world, I dug out 4.5 million blocks on it. That ain't something I do if I'm planning on losing the world. Or if I plan on quitting the world. And it's also incentive for me to keep the world, because if I start a new forever world, a new world to fix the mistakes that I made with that one, I would want to redo that whole project. That was 4.5 million blocks dug out over about 400 hours. And that ain't something I'm really interested in repeating right now. That said, in the future, I may go and excavate the ancient cities up here. There are a couple, we actually came across them in Season 3, that are basically neighbors, and I do have stuff I could do with that. Now that this is done, so the floor of a regular woodland mansion is made out of birch. And I'm thinking, if I'm doing oak walls, should I keep birch floors? Or should I do birch furniture and spruce floors? Or I could do spruce furniture and birch floors. Another option is we go and we look at the vanilla woodland mansion that's like right over here. That would take a while to get to. And I kind of want to, I'm going to want to explore the other stuff on the way. I also ain't geared up for that kind of journey. Let's see. That's birch floors, dark oak walls, and oak furniture. One thing I find interesting is a forest mountain is better suited for building. I need less terraforming for a forest that's on a mountain than I would for here. There just ain't enough space here. But of course that is because it's Stony Peaks, not Stony Mountain. Built Stony Mountain, this whole thing would be that way. The peaks are naturally going to be a lot smaller. A part of me also wants to go and explore this, because right now that the loot from here is going to be good, even if it's just these 4 buildings. And not just the loot on the tops, the loot inside as well. I should get at least some of the stuff over here set up though. Um Oh, I can just do it this way. Sorry, I'm trying to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so here. This is where the entrance is. Over here. I knew it had to do with this, but I couldn't remember if it was this one and this one, or this one and this one. It's this one and this one. Okay. Should I do first floors? No, I'm gonna stick to birch floors for now. And if I end up hating it, I'll just rip it all out. So, by the way, the restock, the auto or the refill thing that you can do like that. Yeah, so Neoforge has apparently broken that. Three, four, five, six, seven. Wait, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Come on. I think. Yeah, because it has to go back another one. The 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where a wall would normally be. You can see it lines up with that, which is why I did 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the entrance. You enter through here, and then you have the stairs leading upstairs here. Oh, no, okay. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, okay. Let me look up the mansion, Woodland Mansion. Walls are mostly brick, I believe. And then this doesn't show the walls. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So for the let's throw this up in here. Thank you. It goes up 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? No, that's 6, 7. Hold on, I'm looking. How does this picture look? Wall. Oh, right. It has just the weird fancy. Wait. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How's that only 21? That ain't 21. That's gotta be more. That's 3. That's 4. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What? Wait, hold on. Is the second floor taller than the first floor? Maybe I will need to go to or not the ancient, the Woodland Mansion and get pictures myself directly. That'll make it easier to see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then other one here. Hmm. Maybe I should go over there. Ow. Oh, that's wonderful. One, two, three. Or am I looking at it wrong? I am. It's 5. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. No. Yes, it's 5. Okay. We have 1 because it has this white, red, 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 white. So we have 7 here. Like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2, 2. Okay. Yeah, here's the entrance. The stairs leading up go here. And this is the hall. There'll be a room off of here and a room off of here. And I want the auto farms all on the first floor, but I don't know if I should have the auto farms um be in the front or in the back. That's the big question. Should I put the The auto farms to the front or the back? That also determines where storage is located. Should I put the storage on the second floor? I need to get deep slate before I do that, because I am with this, I don't think cobblestone works well. This is part of a hole. This is 1x2. You have 1, 2. Wait, no. This is 1x1 because this is hall, and then this is the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back wall. Okay, now it's 1x2. Yeah, this is the back wall. You can put the storage in here, maybe? Or at least the first part of the storage. Oh yeah, the second floor, I think is taller by a decent amount. Yeah. Okay. I think there's 3. I think the second floor is 3 layers taller than the first floor. That's what it looks like in the pictures on the wiki. And as a reminder, this is not a one-to-one to the Vanilla Mansion. It is my own design on them. I'm just using it as a reference, the vanilla. And this is the size of the room that, well, some of the storage rooms, but also the room that the auto farms, the actual like farms, auto farms was in. Where is it up to? Here? Yeah. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So this is the size of the room that the auto farms were in. The crop farms. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait, no. Was that one bigger? This is 15. And there was a space between each of them. Let me look at the plans on here. It wasn't any of these. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. I was on the same floor as those, so it would have been. Oh, I think that room. Did I knock out a wall and make it bigger? That may be what happened. I may have knocked out a wall and made it bigger. I don't remember that doing that. One, two, three, four, five. Okay, so yeah, this would have been on the first floor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, because I think it was the library. The library is 15 by 15. So either I knocked out a wall and don't remember doing that. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. Maybe I only did 3 by 3. Like this. With that much space, I could have. Yeah, it's. Maybe I did it like this. Or were they touching? Wait. Did I know it was 3? Yeah, they were touching. They were touching. Okay. So the thought I'm having for the auto farm blocks, since they only take up 1 block, normally I do 5 by 5, and that produces more than enough. And it's a lot more than enough. I don't need anywhere near that much. So my thought for this one is just do 3 by 3s. And that'll give me more space as well. But it has another benefit. If I do add in another crop mod, like say Hearth and Harvest or Diversity Delight or something, um, I won't be out of room. Like in season 3, I didn't have room for expansion really. I would have needed to either shrink the the lots assigned for each crop. Like I already had 2 of them stacked. Carrots and potatoes were stacked. I think it was carrots and potatoes. Maybe it was carrots and onions. 2 of them were stacked. Maybe it was onions and potatoes. Yeah, 2 of them were stacked. And I think. I mean, I might still do that. But if I added more crop mods, I would definitely want to have them in there as well, producing. And having it in a 3 by 3 that's still going to produce way more than I need. But not like to the absurd level of a 5 by 5 That's only 9 producing rather than 25 producing per crop. So yeah. Now the question I am still trying to figure out, should I do storage on the first floor or storage on the second floor? If I do storage on the second floor, I'm gonna have to go and get deep slate so that I can actually build the stairs up to the second floor. I'll also have to actually finish putting in the first floor. Yeah, so hmm. I do think I want the auto farms to be on the first. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6. I ain't got enough dirt for that. Also, it's just about break time. Um, let's get more of that stuff put down. Welcome in, Mac. I'm building the base. So that's spawn. This is the same seed as usual. That's spawn, but since we don't have whichever biome mod it was that put a woodland here, causing a woodland mansion to be there, I don't have a easy to use thing. And instead of, unlike in season 3 or 2, where I just used the cave over there, I'm actually building a mansion like I did on my first world, or yeah, my first world with the seed, and on the realm I had with the seed, the mansion that was right there that I started building. I'm building it up here for a better view and also more space. But I am basing it slightly on the vanilla woodland mansion. Yeah, this is going to be my spawn base. Is going to have all the auto farms, all that stuff. And I have realized, as you came in for, that I did not extend it back far enough. I thought that was 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's only 5. I don't know how I messed up that count. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more dirt to get that filled in. I'm going to put this part here, and then it's going to be the 5-minute break. No. Wait, yeah, let's grab that out. Okay. No, back up. There we go. There we go. Counting is hard. I don't know how I messed that up. I counted multiple times. The front part should be fine. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to take a 5-minute break now, stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. Oh, where's my cursor? There it is. And I had a thought during the break. And okay, why is this my headset is doing the thing it did yesterday, where it just randomly increases the volume beyond what it should be. Oh, it's this. There we go. Yeah, if the volume is just slightly below max on the little scroll wheel, it's just like 3 times. Oh, okay, not 3 times, like 2 times as loud. It just, and it's not like it's scrolling up to that. I think. Oh no, it does scroll up to that, but then all the way up, it's quieter. That is weird. Okay. Anyway, I had a thought during the break. I could get a couple of librarians now and get Silk Touch and Efficiency 5. Instead of going for dirt, I can just go over to where I've been getting my stone and get a bunch of stone, because I'm going to need it anyway. And I can use that to fill in over here. That'll help with that. There we go. Yeah, that ain't anywhere near enough stone. Or dirt, I mean, to fill in. Books. I have 5 books. I don't have a lectern. Okay. One of the villages had a lectern. I don't remember which one. Or a library. I don't remember which one it was, though. Okay, it ain't you. Yeah, none of these are big enough to be the library. Okay. And then... no. Okay, so it's the other one. Or was it the Savannah village? I thought it was one of the Plains villages. Maybe it is the other Plains. That's leather workers. Mason. There it is. I think. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, let's go back to spawn. Oh right, this is the village that has 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. That's just insane. Alright, redstone. Two of these guys. Wait, what's the recipe for a lectern? It's 4. Okay. So I'm gonna need those, and they can also get moved over here. Um, Wait, no. Graveyard bookshelves have to be. There we go. I can leave that empty. No, 21. And save. How do I tell it to roll again? Oh wait, I hit this. And then it just rolls for me. Oh, I also need to pull the bullets out. Now he's locked in. What was it? Efficiency. 5. Save. Yep. That looks like it's spelled wrong. Also, let me pull up my document for enchantments. Documents, Minecraft, enchantments. Let's also duplicate this sheet. Only rename it. Rename to season 4. S4. Okay. Get rid of the background. Color. Alright, so now I have Silk Touch in green. That's the wrong green. So this one? Yeah. And then let's roll efficiency. Oh, that was fast. There we go. Normally efficiency takes forever. And I know someone's gonna say that's cheating. I have bad wrists. I cannot sit here for 10 hours rolling trades. Oh wait, I already have a... And then grindstone. Oh, anvil. Oh, it broke. When I say I have bad wrists, I mean that just filling in all the dirt up there has made my wrist hurt. My left one specifically. Right now. No. Let's pull the rope and these out, and also you. Flint can go in here. Farmer's Delight rope goes in here. We'll throw the flower pots in here as well. Okay. Didn't tear through the pickaxe, but that's fine. We're also gonna grab more dirt. Mac, are you still there? How's your cactus farm doing? You been using it? Oh my goodness! How did he accidentally delete the world? Oh. Yeah, realms, I think you only have 3 worlds. And it is very easy to accidentally delete the wrong one if you're trying to make room for another one. I almost deleted the realm I had. Doing that once. The main realm I had. Okay. That's all of the stone. Let's get some more dirt. Wait, I don't need dirt. I'll grab it anyway. We're here. I might need more blocks. No, you cannot ever have too much dirt. In fact, on the realm I had with this seed, I kept running out of dirt constantly. And that was specifically for the spawn stuff. When I run a server, I usually build auto farms and stuff at spawn. Or, well, not auto farms, but farms and stuff at spawn. That's where the communal storage and communal farms are. And when I built farms, I did that in season 1, I think. I always have I layer them, but I always do 2 blocks deep, sometimes 3. When I layer the farms, and that's just to, oh, I'm gonna go back down and buy more tools. But I layer them, and I make them 2 blocks deep, 1, 2, just because I sometimes 3, 1, 2, 3, just because I don't feel comfortable having just 1 block between me and the air. There we go. And so I had to go through I went through thousands of blocks of dirt. Why do I still have the books in my inventory? Um, there we go. Alright. Five, six, seven. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're gonna keep the dirt for the outside, just because that's how I started it. But I can use stone to fill it in. So have y'all got a new server up then? Or a new world up then? That's good. Oh, right. I'm gonna have to fill in right over here. I'm gonna have to do that. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I may have to go and get more stone. And potentially... Whoa! And that is part of the reason why I have fall damage off. But also because I do just jump off of cliffs all the time. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, I did do it right this time. Just had to make sure. Oh, and the reason for doing this with stone instead of cobblestone is in case I ever decide to dig underneath here and do stuff underneath. Stone is easier to dig out because cobblestone is not insta-mine. Actually, it might be with my buffs, but I think that's only if I have the Goblin Tune pickaxe and efficiency 5. I don't think that's with just a regular pickaxe with a diamond or netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5. I think I have to have the Goblin Tune for that. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more stone. A lot more. And more dirt. Alright, let's get this filled in. I've been looking at stuff to add if I were to ever be able to run a server again. I just can't afford it right now. And I mean an actual proper server, not a Realm server. So Java, like mods and stuff. And I think a necessary one would be Looter. And the reason for that is Looter makes it so that you don't have to break a chest or the pots and stuff and the various structures because multiple people can loot it and get loot. Like, if I looted something and left the chest there, or the decorated pot or whatever, I wouldn't be able to loot it again, but someone else would come in and loot it because they haven't looted it yet. It makes the loot per person rather than just global, which is nice. And I think that's kind of I think that's a necessary one for servers. That way, people don't have to travel as far for things like, say, netherite or armor trims. Because what if someone clears out 10 different ancient cities trying to find silence? Well, then, and those are the 10 ancient cities closest to spawn. Well, then everyone else on the server wouldn't be able to. They'd have to go even further. But with Looter, as long as the chests are left, they can still be looted by other people. Because like I said, it's per person rather than global. Okay. Sounds pretty nice. Yeah, it is. And I think if I were to be able to afford a server again, that is a necessary mod for it. I should put Unbreaking on it. Books are in here. I'm gonna do the shovel as well. And then let's grab an anvil. Three more books. Oops. Actually, wait. One of them probably has. Nope. Can I use two different ones for this? Yes. Okay. Yeah, and it apparently works with things like trial chambers, the decorated pots and trial chambers. It might work with the barrels, I don't know. And if there are shulker boxes that have loot from a mod, I'm guessing, it apparently works with that as well. Oh, right, I'm breaking 3. No, 1. 3. I don't need silk touch right now. On the shovel, I mean. Alright. Let's grab this. And I'm hearing a buzzing. The auto roll, it's an Easy Villagers add-on, well, yeah, an Easy Villagers add-on on, so of course it's a Java mod, not a Bedrock add-on. I actually found it during the previous season, but by that point it was useless to me. Why are we buzzing? Hold on. Is that better? Nope. How about now? A little. I don't know why it's doing this. I think I do need a new headset. Oh, didn't mean to sort that. Actually, I can throw both of you in here. Whoa. Yeah, it's I found it, and with my wrist issues, I was just like, I've got to add it. I didn't actually find it when looking for mods for the season. I was actually testing out Mine Colonies, another mod entirely. And when I was adding mods to it, and I went to add Easy Villagers, I typed in Easy Villagers, and that mod was the next one down the list. I was like, oh, that's neat. And it takes 10 to 15 hours, even with Easy Villagers, to get all the enchantments. at a price where it's acceptable. That is, where once they're cured, it's 1 emerald for the librarians. And there are 40 trades that you go for. That there are. Well, actually, I think it's 40. 1 chart on 1.20.11. So yeah, it's kind of, especially with my wrist, it's kind of important. Because when I was rolling them in Season 3, my wrists were so sore for the next, like, 4 days that I just didn't want to play Minecraft at all. Actually, I didn't want to do anything at all. By the way, there is actually a little bit of a purpose for me flattening this and using this to get the stone instead of going to the stony peaks over here. Um, I may end up using this section here for something later on. I ain't gonna say what it is, just because I don't know if I am gonna do it, but if I do it, this being flattened down will be really useful. But like I said, I don't know if I will. So I don't want the expectation of, oh, Matt's gonna do that. It's a just in case. And it's also an easy source of stone and dirt together. So it's a 2 for 1. I get resources and potential prep for a future thing. Well, it's also a 3-4 thing. This is also where I normally get it on Worlds, even with the Stony Peaks there. So I recently saw just trying to think of stuff to talk about while doing this. I recently saw people, once again, I've seen it every now and then, talking about, oh, I'm full. Okay. Talking about the Warden and how they don't like that its whole thing is basically you're supposed to avoid it. That's the thing, though. That's the actual intention. You're supposed to avoid summoning it. It's supposed to make exploring the ancient city a little bit more difficult because you have to be careful, you have to be quiet and stuff. Although I avoid it by just having it turned off. Um, but you're supposed to avoid it by being careful not to make too much noise. And the thing is, Ancient City loot is really good. You get a bunch of diamond stuff. You also can get god apples. You normally get like between 3 and even 10, depending on the ancient city, god apples. One of the rarest things to look for. That's also super, super useful. But on top of all of that, you also have 2 armor trims, including a very rare one. So it makes sense to me that there's supposed to be some level of difficulty. And the ability to just turn it off, like I did. Like I do. But I've seen people complain about it being something you're supposed to avoid and how that's bad design, or they wish it was different, or whatever. Well, the thing is, yeah, that's actually intended that the whole thing is just avoided. Which is why its only loot is kind of useless. It's I can't remember if it's a Sculpt Straker or a Sculpt Catalyst. Not Catalyst, Sensor. Maybe it is a Catalyst. It's one of the Sculk things, which is relatively useless for most people. And the reason for that is they don't want to incentivize people to try and kill it. Because, again, the whole purpose is to avoid it. You avoid getting it summoned by the Shriekers. You avoid it once it is by being very, very quiet and moving away. And you avoid it by disabling it when you generate the world. Yeah, I did talk last season about potentially turning it on for one ancient city exploration. I may still do that for this one. Okay. I'm sure y'all heard that buzz. I don't know what that was. Sound like something screaming. Dying screams. But yeah, I may turn the warden on for an exploration. Naturally, I would have a lot of wool blocks that I would take with me. Be safe. But I don't know if I really want to, because like I said, I like playing it easy. I do have this world on hard mode that was hard difficulty that was not fully thought through, but I can change it. I do have the commands on, so I can change it if I need to. Or want to. Ah! I will need to go to an ancient city at some point to get Swift Sneak. But I do also want to actually get all of the armor trims in this world. That was one of the goals for the last one. But like I said, I started dreading that world, logging on and playing it, which is why I stopped and started the new season. By the way, there was actually a game I wanted to do as the between season thing. It's just I don't have the game. Some other content creators I watch have been playing it lately, and I like the way it looks. So I wanted to give it a try. But like I said, can't get it. Oh, that's wonderful. Hmm. And that game, I didn't finish saying that. That game is Planet Crafter. Like I said, it looks interesting. Oh, and I know I mentioned mine colonies earlier. The reason that wasn't a between seasons world or season for me, um, I don't think I'd enjoy doing it for content. That's very much something I need a healthy amount of breaks from. It's just too frustrating for me. A little too difficult. In fact, I haven't actually touched it in like a month and a half. Which means I'm probably not gonna touch it again. And I ain't saying it's a bad pack. I actually think it's good. I just don't like difficult things. And I've seen people say, oh, it gets easier once you get all the buildings built up and people working and all that. And yeah, you have to get to that point first. And it's a lot of just work, especially since you have to make sure they're fed, and then if they get too hungry, they just... I had someone get hungry and then just refuse to eat because I guess they were too hungry or something like that. And you also have to watch out for mobs spawning and coming in. Because I had that happen. Skeleton walked over and took out some of my villagers. Yeah, like I said, it ain't a bad pack. I was actually interested in it because of its mechanics. You're building a colony and stuff, and the villagers do the building itself. You just tell them what to build. You supply them with the materials. That was one of the painful parts. Was because early on you have to harvest everything, and you also have to make all the blocks, and you have to deliver it. And then there was another issue I had in that I couldn't just see um, the other buildings as floor plans. So what I was having to do was I was having to um, keep messing with stuff and going into the other buildings area so that it would actually show me how much space it would need once it was maxed out. That way my stuff wasn't overlapping each other. That was affecting how easy it was for me to plan out the town. Which actually resulted in me, while having the blueprint open, um, I would take a shovel, I would take my shovel, and I would just path block the border so that I knew that was the space that was taken up. That way I didn't have to do the go into the other ones with the blueprint, go into the other ones' boundaries with the blueprint, walk out, turn around. Yeah, it would only start showing it to me after I turned around. I was told because I was looking it up, and when I was talking about it on the server, someone was like, "No, you just move it in and it does it." I was like, I had to move it in, then walk away with my back turned before it would show me the layout for the building. I also accidentally built the town hall one block too low. Which added a lot of extra work because you also have to make the tools that they use. You have to keep them fed, you have to make the tools, you have to make the blocks, you have to gather blocks. It's a lot. And I can see why people like it. And I think if I were on a server, I would like it more. Because then I'd be able to bum help off of other people. And then once I finish this, I can get back to putting in the actual building. And I should have enough blocks. If I run out of stone, which I shouldn't, I do have dirt I can put down. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Now I've fixed that error. This is center, right? Yeah. Okay. So, another thing, unless I have the hallway running through the middle, that's something I've been trying to figure out, Mac. Um, so I have the hallway running across the front hall here, or the front of the building here, which means I can have windows in it. And there's going to be a hall. It connects on either side to a hall going down the sides, so they'll have windows. The thought was to have the back also be a hall, and that be the access to the rooms here. The thing is, right here, because of the stairs, we have this space here. And unless I make this room 3 deep instead of 2, this would be inaccessible. Which would mean in order to have access to it, I would need to have a hall running down here, and the back room or the back row of rooms be against the back wall. So they would have windows. And I can't decide between that. Now, another thing I could do is I could actually open this because the stairs will be here going up. I could have this wall open and have stairs here going down and like make a basement. I don't know what the basement would be for though. Actually, I put the animal farm, the noisy farms down there. The animal farms and the goblin, or the goblin, the iron farm could go in the basement, and that would mean because if the third floor has the bedrooms, you want that at least 16 blocks away from the constant noise of animals. So I could shove animal farms and iron goblins, iron farms in the basement. That would require opening it up, but I think that could work. That would, of course, mean digging out a lot of those blocks I just put in. I'll figure it out at some point. If you have any thoughts, let me know. Or anyone who might be watching this on YouTube. But for now, let's do this. Because we are at the hour mark, and I could end now, but I'm gonna get a little bit more work done. So we're gonna take a 5-minute break. Stretch your legs, refill your water, do whatever, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And I'm back. What in the world was that noise? Okay. Alright, let's get... I don't know if I want to do the animals inside the building this time. I might just leave them down here somewhere. They'd be in view of the mansion here, but I could build an underground place for them over here. I don't know if I want them in here. This would be better for just the auto farms and storage, I think. Maybe some productive stuff. Although, considering last season, I did put animals in, and I still had plenty of room. The problem is just you can hear from 16 blocks away. That means that um, the third floor would still be hearing the animals. And if I put the bedrooms there, that means it'd be hearing the animals when they try to sleep. Wait, do I have more birch up here? No, okay. I menued it, so let's just do it. They miscount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, okay. See, one of the nice things about being able to customize the building fully, instead of trying to work with an existing building and not tearing out too many walls, I can have rooms this big. As many of them as I want. Or I can cut them in half, like here, and go straight down the center, and have opening in here, open in here. Or I could even do that, and then cut this one in half and have the opening there, and then here and here, and have just two small 5x5 rooms. And with a room this big, I mean, can we stop, please? Why are we... Every time I say something. How about now? No. How about now? Now? Okay, I don't know why it's buzzing. And then it stopped. Nope, it's back. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna just have to deal with that. Actually, hold on, let me try this. Okay, is it still doing it? You don't hear any buzz? Oh, trust me, Mac, I'm hearing buzz like crazy. Yeah, so in season 3, we had just half, and I'm hearing a high-pitched whine. We had... Oh, that was me unplugging the headset. I probably should have said I was gonna unplug the headset and see if that fixed it. Unplugged it and then plugged it back in. But anyway, so season 3, we only used half of one of these. And I can hear the buzzing when I listen back to the VODs, by the way. I don't know why you don't hear them. That's weird, because when I listen back to the VODs, I can hear the buzzing. Yeah, in season 3, I only used half of one of these for the crops and stuff. So I could probably do that. I could probably put the botany pots, like, split this in half here, use botany pots here, and then cut this in half and do, I don't know, like a smelting or something. I'll have to think more on that. I'm gonna need more birch though. I'm getting low on that. Let's see. How much have you got? Not much, but yeah, that ain't much. I have a lot of you up here. I should probably do something about all those poppies that are accumulating in here. And it's probably not a bad idea to idle offline a bit. To let those for the birch. Because of how much birch I'm gonna need. Okay, so he has bookshelves. I keep trying to go up. No, I don't need to go that way to do this. I can just use... There we go. Oh, and to explain this, in the mansions, it's like that, but with a torch. Actually, they're here with a torch on top. I'm moving them up one, that because it's gonna have the lantern hanging off of it here. That way, the lantern is above your head instead of at your head. And that's why I wanted to have these on me. There we go. Yeah, Mac, did you have any thoughts on the hall? If I should do, and also if I should do a basement? That could be where the cheese. Except you want cheese and stuff to have ventilation because of the fermenting. The cheese, the alcohol, that stuff should have ventilation. Yeah, I can't decide if I want to have rooms on the back wall or a hall on the back wall. All the rooms would be interior with no windows, and they'd all be neighbors. But if I have the hall all the way around, that means you've got the hall wrapping all the way around instead of cutting through the middle. Yeah, a central hallway would make it easier to do something with this here. I think the only other thing I could do with it would be to make it stairs down. Unless, of course, I had the whole thing, or not the whole thing, made one of these, but another row back going from there to there. It's more practical. Yeah, like technically these rooms should not be these. Yeah, this ain't up to code. These should be on the front wall at the very least. All rooms need to have at least 2 exits, including on an exterior wall. That's code. So really how it should be is these up on the front wall and a side wall. A permit. Do I look like someone who needs a permit? I make the rules, mostly. If I want to build, I build. That's how things work. You don't tell dragons that they're not allowed to build. They want to build, they build. I don't know how I would lay it out if I had all the rooms against the walls. Well, this is the code. Why I'm worried about it. It ain't that I'm worried. It's more that logically speaking, you would want it to have both the just the regular door, but also a window escape in case there's a fire. Then you just break the window and get out. That's a safety thing. Someone set it on fire. Well, fire ticket is off in this world. They're too far away to pathfind, so they just turn in circles. It looks so funny. Yeah, because if I had a room like this, then I could do 3 rooms along the side wall here. Hmm. This isn't pointless jumping around. I'm actually trying to figure out what I would do, like looking at the layout and stuff. If I had them up to here, the wall or the rooms on the walls. I could also set this back another so that because the stairs go here, and that leaves just a small little foyer right here. But if I set this back further, I could have a bigger foyer. And then this right here could be like the coat closet. Yeah, let's rip out all the oak. I probably should have put efficiency on this. Oh well. Also, since I am waiting on bug fixing before I can update to 26.2, I may continue trying out some of the Let's Do mods and Farmers Delight add-ons and see if I want to add them to this world. If I do like them enough to add them to this world, then it's better I do that before I do too much exploring, so I can actually start getting the stuff. That said, I think one of the Farmers Delight add-ons I was looking at um adds in more flowers. That would be more botany pots. And since I ain't doing modded biomes, I ain't getting dozens of new plants that would need botany pots. So I can do it all in one room. Well, I did it all in one room last season too. Well, 2 rooms. I'm talking one room as in a 2x2 rather than a 2x1. Last season I had them in neighboring rooms. With the vanilla and Farmer's Delight in one room, and the modded biome stuff in another. One, two, three, four. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then here. Yeah. Yeah, so between today and Saturday, I might pop back onto my test world and play with Hearth and Harvest Diversity Delight and a couple of the Let's Do mods and see how I like them. And if I like them, I'll add them to this world on Saturday. Or, well, before Saturday. Or at least before Saturday's stream. That way, when I go and explore, if I explore new chunks, it adds them. Those stuff generates. Now, I don't really play with the alcohol part of the alcohol mods, like Brewing and Chewing. I've basically just used it for the cheese, the fudge, and the jams. Whoa. Did not mean to scroll there. Like my finger wasn't even touching that button. But if I were to play with that a little bit and the Let's Do Winery, I think a basement to age the wines would make sense. A little bit. I know when you're brewing it, you have to have ventilation. I don't know how much ventilation is needed for aging. Also, we're at 3.5 hours. Stop that. Thank you. Yeah, once I finish this little bit, it's gonna be the end of the stream. I just don't have enough birch to keep going. I could cut down more trees, but not right now. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. I am gonna stop it here. If you're thanks for tuning in, Mac. If you're watching this as a stream on Twitch, you can catch the VODs for the whole series on my YouTube. If you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube, you can catch me streaming live on Twitch. My current schedule is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. The name is the Draconic Map. The link to either platform is in my bio on either platform. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed, and until next time, have a good one. Bye.